Hello, and welcome to Westside Transportation Alliance's 2019 Year in Review video. I'm Jeff Pezdalski, WTA's Executive Director. One of the many impacts of the public health situation resulting from COVID-19 is that WTA had to cancel its plans for an in-person annual meeting. We'll definitely miss seeing all of our members in person, and we hope that this video will provide some of the information we would have normally included in the annual meeting. I want to start by acknowledging our annual meeting sponsor, Kaiser Permanente. WTA and Kaiser Permanente's Westside Medical Center have had a long partnership, and we greatly appreciate their support. We also want to recognize that WTA's programs are made possible by a partnership with Metro, with support by the Federal Transit Administration. We appreciate the support and partnership from Metro and its staff, from Kaiser Permanente, and indeed from all of our member organizations. WTA's members are businesses that truly understand the human resource, sustainability, and community benefits of promoting transportation options to employees in Washington County. To begin with some of 2019's highlights, I'm going to turn it over to one of WTA's fantastic staff, Maddie.
Thanks, Jeff. This is Maddie Billings, WTA's Communication and Commuter KICKBACK Program Coordinator. This program is for commuters who live or work in Washington County, and all that's required is that they record at least 4 days of using transportation options for commute trips during the month. Then they're eligible for monthly incentive prize drawings. Commuter Kickbacks launched in 2018, and this past year it moved from the Drive Less Connect platform to its new home, Get There Oregon. It was a smooth transition, and the program has continued to grow. In addition to the year-round monthly incentives, Commuter Kickbacks introduced a few special challenge events. The first was the Commute Resolution Contest in January. This challenge asked people to submit their ideas for how they would use travel options for commutes more in 2019. The big winner was Nathaniel from Pacific Foods, whose commute resolution was to bike to work 100 times in 2019. Next was the Cupid's Carpool Challenge in February, where we asked people to try or continue carpooling during the week of Valentine's Day. The winner of this challenge was Judy from the City of Tigard Public Works Department. Lastly, we welcomed the clocks rolling back in November with the Time Change Challenge. It can be difficult to keep up a non-drive-alone commute routine when the days become darker and colder, so the goal of this challenge was to incentivize folks to keep up the good work, along with education and promotion of best practices for commuting when it's dark. We love hearing from our Commuter Kickbacks winners, and we owe all who shared their stories a big thank you. We love to share these stories in any way we can, including social media and newsletters, and I'll share a few with you now. Chris said, "I sold my last car to pay for an airplane ticket back home to Portland. When I found my current job, I was pleasantly surprised to discover a very easy public transit commute. I certainly didn't want to be stuck in traffic every day on crowded freeways. It gets me a couple of miles worth of steps and plenty of time to read and/or write. This change has been fantastic for my physical and mental health, not to mention my bank balance. Thanks for sharing, Chris." Here's what Taylor said. "I started non-drive-alone commuting when I began working for the city of Hillsborough about 3 years ago. Starting my new job was a perfect time to start taking transit more often, especially because I have a MAX station right outside my home and one right outside my office. Since I've started using transit to get to work, it's increased how often I use it for other trips. Becoming more familiar with it for that trip made me more confident in using it for trips closer to home, such as to the grocery store. I would guess by now that it's my number 1 or 2 way to get around. Thanks for sharing, Taylor." With 965 participants and 56 incentive prizes awarded, Commuter Kickbacks encouraged both beginners and experts in commute options to get to work without driving alone.
Thanks, Maddie. A program that we were excited to continue in 2019 was the bike share for employees at Columbia Sportswear's call center in Hillsborough. With the generous support and partnership of Columbia Sportswear, the bike share returned for its 3rd year. WTA managed the programmatic aspects of the bike share, including preparing and maintaining the bikes, setting up and monitoring the technology used by employees to register for the program and then to check out the bikes, and planning activities and communications with Columbia Sportswear's staff. The program ran from June to October, more than a month longer than in 2018, and included more bikes than the prior year's program. The bike share program offered employees a free and easy way to travel between the nearest MAX station and the work site, and the bikes also provided an active option for employees to use for workday errands. The results from 2019 were very exciting when compared to the prior year. The number of registered employees grew by 72%. The average number of trips taken per week for the length of the program grew by more than 50%, and the total number of trips taken more than doubled. 42% of all the trips taken were one-way trips between the call center and the MAX station, encouraging transit use by providing a first and last mile connection between the worksite and light rail. Now to talk about how WTA helped support biking and active transportation through the Bike More Challenge, I'm going to hand it off to WTA's other amazing staff person, Caitlin.
Thanks, Jeff, and hello everyone. I'm Caitlin Ahearn, WTA's Program Manager. The 2019 WTA League competition within the Bike More Challenge included 12 teams and 778 riders. The City of Hillsborough claimed the league championship, and WTA presented some representatives of the team with a trophy at an event in Hillsborough. WTA also hosted an awards event in Beaverton to recognize some additional team awards and a few individuals, including Samir and Brian from Intel. We offered daily, weekly, and monthly incentives for WTA League participants, and each team had at least 2 prize winners. During the challenge, we asked people to share their stories with us, and we were particularly inspired by Sam. Not only did he help the City of Hillsborough become the WTA League champion, Sam was awarded the prize for top new male rider for the entire state. Sam also highlighted some of the team building benefits because it allowed him, as a newer staff member, to meet many new coworkers. Sam also said, "The challenge changed the way I commute. Biking is refreshing and gives me an opportunity to inspire others."
Following the transition from the Drive Less Connect platform to Get There Oregon, the new site's first Get There challenge took place in October. WTA offered local incentive prizes exclusively for Washington County participants and engaged social media followers. Similar to the Bike More Challenge, we asked participants to share their stories with us to be entered into a special prize drawing. The winner was Michael from Intel, pictured with the Columbia Sportswear Circuit Breaker backpack he won. Here's Michael's winning story. I run about 3 miles to and from a shuttle offered by my employer, Intel, a couple of days a week, and I bike on some of the other days. I recently started learning to ride a one-wheel pint to avoid driving alone even more days, since I can take it with me on the bus and use it as a last-mile option when I have errands. I enjoy being able to take in more of the sights and sounds of my commute, such as vivid sunrises and screeching hawks, than I can when I drive. Thanks for sharing, Michael.
WTA also had the opportunity to participate with its members at several regional and statewide conferences. WTA joined staff from Washington County and the city of Beaverton for a presentation at the Oregon Active Transportation Summit, and WTA and Columbia Sportswear partnered to lead a session at the Oregon Public Transportation Conference. Closer to home, WTA participated in more than 30 events for employees at its member locations, and WTA hosted 8 workshops and events for representatives from its member organizations. These included a workshop on unlocking the power of habit to influence transportation choices, a conversation with TriMet about how proposed service changes might impact Washington County employers, and a workshop with ODOT about features available through the new Get There Oregon website and how they could help employers promote transportation options to their employees.
As part of our business service offerings, WTA conducted eco-surveys on behalf of 6 members in 2019. The survey results, which show how employees are commuting to work, are submitted to the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality to help meet state air quality requirements. Our biannual eco-surveys also help our members better understand why their employees commute the way they do and how they might be motivated to try using transportation options. The 2018-2019 round of surveys showed that the equivalent of 2,200 vehicles were removed from commutes every day as a result of the work of WTA's members.
2019 was a big year in many ways, and we thank all of our members and partners who joined us along the way. We know 2020 looks very different when compared to last year, and that COVID-19 has impacted all of our members and their employees in some ways. WTA is committed to helping our members adjust to the new reality dictated by COVID-19. In addition to continuing to provide information, incentives, and assistance to encourage transit use, carpooling, bicycling, walking, and teleworking for commute trips in Washington County, we look forward to helping create customized solutions to support the transition of employees back to work sites and to support remote working options moving forward. Helping to guide this work will be WTA's updated strategic plan. In April, WTA's Board of Directors approved a strategic plan update, culminating a process that started in mid-2019. These goals will help guide the organization's efforts in the coming years, and we are excited to partner with our board and our members in this work. We'd like to again thank our annual meeting sponsor, Kaiser Permanente, as well as our partners at Metro, with support by the Federal Transit Administration. And last but not least, we'd like to thank all of WTA's members. We're so thankful for all that you do to support our organization, and we're excited to continue working with our members in 2020 and beyond. Through our collaboration, we can make Washington County an even better place to do business, live, and work.